Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Luminous Love. So today we are going to talk about sunscreens, स्पेशली डार्क स्किन के लिए और डस्की स्किन के लिए कि इसमें वाइट कास्ट है या नहीं। डॉट इन की SPF 50 PA+++, ये टू कैटेगरीज में SPF 50 एंड PA 4+ में तो दी बेस्ट है। बट इसकी मैं टेक्सचर की बात करूं और इसकी वाइट कास्ट की बात करें तो इसके टेक्सचर तो इट्स रियली गुड, मॉइस्चराइजिंग और बहुत ही लाइट वेट है और ड्यूई फिनिश आएगा। बट इसकी मैं आफ्टर फिनिश अप्लाई करने के बाद बात करूं तो स्पेशली आई डोंट लाइक इट बिकॉज ये मेरी स्किन को डल एंड ऐशी बना देता है। लाइक दिस डजंट हैव वाइट, अगर फेयर स्किन अप्लाई करेंगे तो दिस वोंट गिव वाइट कास्ट, बट स्पेशली हम डार्क स्किन के लिए बात कर रहे हैं तो डार्क स्किन या डस्की स्किन और मीडियम स्किन टोन्स की बात करें तो कंपल्सरी इट्स गोइंग टू टर्न योर फेस लाइक लिटिल ऐशी। मैं अगर सनस्क्रीन्स की बात करूं तो मुझे थोड़ा सा भी अगर ऐशी और डल लगाना सनस्क्रीन्स इतना पसंद नहीं आते हैं, सो थोड़ा है। सो आई डोंट रिकमेंड दिस फॉर डार्क स्किन गर्ल्स। इफ यू हैव डार्क स्किन, अगर आपका डार्क स्किन है और आपको ये बहुत अच्छे से सूट हुआ है, सेट हो गया, दैट्स रियली ग्रेट। बट इन माय ओपिनियन मेरे स्किन के ऊपर तो ये डल और ऐशी दिखता है, मुझे थोड़ा सा ग्रे हो जाता है। So that's the reason I don't recommend this. And if I rate this, and I'll give in white cast point of view to this sunscreen a 6. So the next sunscreen we are going to talk about is the Dr. Shades Haldi and Hyaluronic Acid. अगर ये सनस्क्रीन की मैं बात करूं तो SPF 50+ एंड PA++, वो कैटेगरी में तो बहुत ही अच्छा है। अगेन हाइड्रोनिक बोथ हाइड्रेटिंग सनस्क्रीन्स है, बट इसकी अगर मैं व्हाइट कास्ट की बात करूं, इधर दे हैव रिटन नो व्हाइट कास्ट, बट इफ वी अप्लाई देयर इज नो व्हाइट कास्ट, इट्स वेरी गुड फॉर डस्की एंड डार्क स्किन। बट ये लगाने के बाद इफ यू ज्यादा रब करते हो तो ये पूरा पीलिंग सा पाउडर जैसा आ जाएगा। सो ये लगाने के बाद यू कांट rub more, like just apply once and rub it nicely, but you can't rub too much. If you rub too much it will be like powder आ जाएगा ये तो। So that for that reason no white cast, so and your skin won't look dull with this thing, but yeah थोड़ा heavy लग सकता है अगर but not for either they have written oily skin, but I don't think so oily skin it will be good, क्योंकि मेरी तो नॉर्मल टू कॉम्बिनेशन टू ड्राई स्किन होता है हमेशा, लाइक 3 स्किन टाइप सीजन के हिसाब से। सो मैं वो पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में कहूँ तो डोंट थिंक ऑयली स्किन विल फील गुड अबाउट दिस सनस्क्रीन, बट इफ यू वांट टू ट्राई यू कैन। बट इन माय ओपिनियन आई एम गोइंग टू रिव्यू दिस फॉर डार्क एंड डस्की स्किन टोन्स, दैट टू इन डार्क स्किन, कॉम्बिनेशन स्किन एंड नॉर्मल स्किन कैटेगरी। सो ये तो टेक्सचर ऐसा दिखता है, बट टेक्सचर बहुत अच्छा है, सॉफ्ट है, थोड़ा सा हेवी हो सकता है लिटिल बिट विच इज ऑन मॉइस्चराइजिंग साइड, बट ये पीलिंग हो जाता है ज्यादा रब करने से। सो ओनली यू हैव टू अप्लाई एंड यू हैव टू लीव इट। इफ यू रब इट मोर एंड मोर देन इट विल पील ऑफ, थोड़ा छोटा निकल जाएगा। सो इसको अगर मैं रेट करूं तो आई विल गिव दिस 8 फॉर डस्की एंड डार्क स्किन गर्ल्स फॉर व्हाइट कास्ट। और हम यहाँ पे ओवरऑल भी सनस्क्रीन के बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, स्पेशली मैं व्हाइट कास्ट के बारे में बात कर रही हूँ। तो सो नेक्स्ट सनस्क्रीन हमारी यहाँ आ चुकी है गार्नियर। ये नया अभी लॉन्च हुआ है, गार्नियर स्किन नेचुरल्स SPF 50 PA+4+ एंड सुपर यूवी इनविजिबल सनस्क्रीन। इनविजिबल सनस्क्रीन लिखा है, एक्चुअली इट्स इनविजिबल सनस्क्रीन। डार्क स्किन या डस्की स्किन अच्छे से लगा सकते हैं। थोड़ा सा ये हैवी होगा, बट ये टेक्सचर तो वाटरी टेक्सचर है, बट लगाने के बाद हार्ड सा स्टिकी सा होता है थोड़ा सा, बट लेटर इट्स फाइन। ये देख सकते हैं वाटरी जैसा रानी कंसिस्टेंसी है, बट व्हेन यू रब इट इट विल बी थोड़ा सा हार्ड, लाइक ये सारे मॉइस्चराइजर की तरह हाइड्रेट की तरह होते हैं, बट ये थोड़ा थिक साइड होता है। बट अगेन दिस डजंट कंटेन टू मच व्हाइट कास्ट और नो व्हाइट कास्ट टू बी ऑनेस्ट, बट ये थोड़ा स्टिकी लगता है, हैंड्स को ऐसा हार्ड सा लगता है, स्टिकी लगता है। बट ये व्हाइट कास्ट की बात करूँ तो नो व्हाइट कास्ट, या इट कंटेन्स सो मच फ्रेग्रेंस, सो वो एक बात मुझे अच्छी नहीं लगी, इसमें विटामिन सी है. इफ योर स्किन सूट्स great with vitamin C and if you like the fragrance then this will be a very good sunscreen for your dark or dusky skin. अगर थोड़ा heaviness भी normal है ऐसा हो तो, and for this sunscreen I can give a good 9. Yeah, for white cast there is no white cast, so 9. So the fourth sunscreen is going to be Aqualogica, the alpha arbutin. And if I have to talk about this sunscreen, it is 50 plus and PA plus 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 and UVA UVB waterlock. And if I need to talk about this texture, for the texture I have ordered these many only for the texture, because the Aqualogica's texture for this alpha arbutin is amazing, like seriously amazing. It will melt on your skin like a moisturizer. It's too good, and zero white cast, no white cast at all. Any dark skin or any dusky skin girl can use it very happily. But when I use this sunscreen, my opinion and my personal experience was little bad, because this alpha arbutin doesn't suit my skin, so this gave me a little bumps, a tiny bumps on my face, so I couldn't use this sunscreen. These are all not waste, because I have a person in my home who can use all these sunscreens, so it's not a waste for me. But yeah, I couldn't use this sunscreen, but this has amazing formula. If you can really tolerate alpha arbutin, and if alpha arbutin suits your skin, then so for rating for this didn't suit my skin, so but I am not going to count that, because alpha arbutin normally doesn't suit my skin, but for others it has worked and it has did wonders because of the alpha arbutin, and it's a very like lightening agent. So a solid this can get for the texture and for the white cast, particularly if your skin suits alpha arbutin, and this will get a solid 9. Yeah, this is really good. This is really amazing texture it has. So you can definitely, if you want a dewy and moisturized skin with the sunscreen, then you can go for this. The next sunscreen will be Aqualogica niacinamide, watermelon and niacinamide. So this sunscreen is SPF 50 plus, PA plus 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 triple plus. This is 4 plus and this triple plus, and this contains watermelon extract and niacinamide. So if I want to talk about the white cast scenario, this sunscreen turns my skin into ashy grey. So after applying this sunscreen, my skin becomes dull and it becomes little grey. If people who has normal fair skin tone or else like more fair skin tone, those pale skin tones can not find any white cast in this sunscreen. But if you have dark skin or else dusky skin or else an Indian skin tone, surely you will know that this sunscreen has little very tiny amounts of white cast, because this turns my skin into grey color. It oxidizes basically. So I'm giving this sunscreen a 6, because particularly we are talking about the white cast and this contains and this makes my skin grey. So in my opinion, it's a 6. The last sunscreen will be Aqualogica D10, or the red color one. So it contains cherry tomato and hyaluronic acid. It removes tan and plus hydrates. This SPF 50 and PA plus 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 plus. So this sunscreen, particularly if I have to talk about the white cast, this does wonders when you apply this sunscreen. This doesn't have any white cast and the texture is amazing. It's dewy, but this texture is amazing. After applying within 10 to 15 minutes, it will be disappear. So to test this texture, I don't have any sunscreen left, because I really love this sunscreen and I have emptied this whole bottle. So many sunscreen I have, but I never ever emptied any of the bottle. But the red one, the cherry tomato, I definitely emptied all the bottle, because I really love this sunscreen, especially for dark and dusky skin. I have tried many sunscreens, but this one will be my favorite. But if you can if you can't tolerate the vitamin C in this, you might get a small tiny bumps on your face. But if you know that your skin bears vitamin C, then the next sunscreen will be Sunscope Invisible Sunscreen. Currently, I think they're not having this in their website, but we can get this on Myntra. But when I have purchased this, I have purchased on their website. So if I want, this has no white cast because this invisible, this transparent sunscreen, PA+++ and SPF 40. But this sunscreen gets everywhere. It will stick to your mask if you're wearing a mask, and it will stick to your hair, like especially that lip balm. When you apply lip balm and your hair comes and stick to that lips, right? So exactly in the same way, this sunscreen gets all over, and it will stick to every hair or dress or whatever comes in contact with. So I don't recommend this sunscreen. But if you're using makeup, like if you're using foundation, etc., etc., then this will be a very good primer. It can work like a primer because this texture is exactly like a primer. And the next sunscreen will be Minimalist. I mean, I tried this, but I don't have the bottle right now. This is Minimalist SPF 50, vitamin B5 plus vitamin F with niacinamide again. And this particular sunscreen, this has white cast. Here, there will be written in the website that no white cast, but here they have white cast in this particular sunscreen, and I don't like that sunscreen particularly. So I don't recommend this sunscreen for dark or dusky skin girl. And the texture is also like a very quite thick. When applied, it will turn your face into grey again. So no, and I'm gonna rate this sunscreen a 4. And the Sunscoop one, it is very good sunscreen as a primer, but as a sunscreen for daily basis, regular basis, I'll give this a 6. If we talk about the pricing, so Aqualogica Alpha Bitin, this will cost you 50 grams for 449 rupees, and 80 grams for 599 rupees. And the second one, which I really recommend, I really love, Aqualogica Dayton Cherry Tomato, 50 grams for 499 and 80 grams for 599 in their websites actually. If you're purchasing them on Amazon or Flipkart or with any for the first time, if you're purchasing from their website, you'll be getting off to 10 to 15%. So, and the next one, this will cost you 50 grams for 449 rupees. The Dr. Sheets, this one will be for 499 and 80 grams will be 599. And next, the Garnier one, this is like little pricey if I say, but the texture there is no white cast, but the texture is little hard and fragrance is too much for this. If you see this very small bottle, just this 30 ml bottle is costing you, oops, yeah, you can see with this. So 30 ml bottle is costing you around 349. It's little bit pricey according to its quantity, but it's fine. Then the Minimalist will be 399, which I don't recommend. And the Sunscoop Invisible Sunscreen will be 675. Now in Myntra it is for 579. So all the reviews of these sunscreens are completely my opinion and my skin based, which my skin type is sometimes normal and sometimes combination skin. So according to my skin, I have given the review. There is no hurt to anyone. It can suit to anyone. From these sunscreens, every sunscreen is really good, and every sunscreen might suit to some people and might not suit to some people, and for some people it might turn grey, for some people it might not turn grey. But in my opinion, this sunscreen, I just gave my opinion. So I just gave my opinion, and from these all sunscreens, I'm going to recommend you for dark and dusky skin tones this one. If the last review will be, if you can tolerate alpha bitin, then go for this. And if you can tolerate vitamin C, then go for this. And if you can tolerate, this will be the best. So thank you for watching, guys. Bye. This video is not to hurt any one of you, just my personal opinions based on my personal skin. Thank you.